get some flares off.
Marine distress signals only have a limited life that they can be left on board. And once that expires, they have to be destroyed. What do you do with them? They're still live, they're still very dangerous, and you just can't put them in the dumpster. We're authorized to take those back and dispose of them, but doesn't mean that we can't have a little fun when we do it.
Oh, every kid's dream is to blow something up and not get in trouble for it. I just get to do it every day.
It's the best part of their day when they get to go up there and just make a big crater in the gravel pit.
Go one. Go two.
Oh man, this is fun.
Boys will be boys. My dad is your typical old school businessman.
He loves blowing stuff up, which I do too.
He's a good boss, sometimes too nice, but you know, that's something for me to learn from.
George is probably the biggest thorn in my side. George is my older brother and the show designer.
He works magic on the computer to produce these fantastic displays in the sky.
I've been blowing since I was 6 years old. Pretty much a piece of art in the sky. Something that's gonna make people, you know, their pants.
Tessa's involved with organizing the logistics for all the displays that we do. She's the go-to person.
She's definitely good at dealing with people on the phone, because that's the last thing I want to do.
Tessa's a little firecracker, that's for sure. She's got a lot of energy. My job as the compound manager and shipping manager. Anything and everything that's got to leave this yard's got to go through me first.
I don't really know how he got hired. He just kind of started hanging around.
Adam's like the other brother I never had.
He's like a big f***ing monkey.
All right, kids, we gotta have a short meeting here about Saturday coming up. George, can you swing around?
There's a big job coming up. The 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic.
What's with the cough medicine?
Take a shit.
George is definitely not sick. He might be party sick.
Are you sick or hungover?
Both. I mean, I pride myself on being able to drink all night and coming in and actually getting the job done.
Okay, so the Titanic is going to sink for the second time Saturday night in Halifax. The commemoration is going to be a big deal. They've got international media, they've got satellite trucks coming in. Our part is to shoot distress flares to replicate the rockets coming off the bow.
I've got plans on Saturday.
You're not going to be there with me?
I don't want to be.
My dad and I are leaving for this big international symposium on fireworks, so we're not even going to be here, so we have to put all of our faith in George and Adam.
This is a huge deal. This happens once in 100 years, and our reputation is going to hinge on whether this works visually or not.
It's important that George is there with Adam because George is potentially the next face of this company.
100% I have other plans.
Even if it's just moral support for Adam, I need you there. Okay?
It's a couple of comments, but whatever.
100 years ago, the Titanic's crew fired their flares at the wrong interval and used the wrong colored flares. 1,500 people died because ships nearby mistook the flares for fireworks. But fireworks will replace flares for the reenactment.
Fuck, it just went out of my hand. Look at her go. Well, first off, you've got a red-hot aluminum casing that's going to come floating down on the parachute. If we fire this off in downtown Halifax, you know, people are going to get burned. The product that we're going to use is coming from our supplier in Spain. It's going to arrive only hours before we have to use the bloody thing. Container tomorrow morning at 8:30. So if there's any delay at all, we're screwed. There is no plan B.
Finally, the truck is here. We've got a big show on the go for tomorrow, and my product is on that. I hope. Fireworks are classified as class 1, and then they go in subclasses of 1.1, which is the most dangerous. Black powder, giant shells, stuff like that, dynamite. There's enough explosives on that truck to blow half the town away, that's for damn sure.
Whoa, watch the door! These aren't oranges from Spain, these are bombs from Spain. Brown ones, fresh from Italy.
Oh yeah.
When we come to work, we're working with explosives. Something could go wrong. Whoa!
Holy we're in trouble now. There's really no danger of them toppling over at all. You could drive over them with a truck. Fireworks don't ignite without a direct contact of flame. But each one of those boxes is worth about $300. It's costing the company money.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. I'm off. Pick up your sister. Just make sure that tomorrow goes well.
Old age is making you paranoid.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm leaving George behind to look after this. He'd better not let me down.
It's a big deal for us. It really is. The effects are gonna really stand out. I'm really excited about being the lead shooter on it, and Fred gave me a great opportunity to show my skill, and that I can get that off with no problem.
All right.
It's in memory of, a huge event in history, but as far as skill level needed to do this in our industry, it's simple. It's child's play. That's why he's doing it.
They're up front. You might have to get your fucking beautiful little clothes there dirty. Just come to work in.
Sure.
Guy showed up here in a white dress shirt and a blazer, for sakes. I can't see him doing too much work in it. Don't hurt yourself.
I'm not here to do work. I'm here to make the operation look good. We need somebody here that looks presentable.
Go fucking sit somewhere, please.
What do you want me to do? You want me to drag one of these?
Call
things around a
Andrea.
little further?
Call Andrea, the contact.
Call Andrea. Okay. What's her number?
I just need her to know we're here, and then she's bringing us a radio. We need our radio.
Is it Andre or Andrea?
Andrea. Just shows how important this is to him.
So you're concerned about the angle with this steep of the hill?
Adam's worried about the steep slope of the street. Just set the fan rack down and it'll fire off at an odd angle. Level it and it fires too low on the uphill side. Falling sparks burning cars and people.
As they go, you're working on gravity now, pulling down at an angle instead of shooting it straight up. So it's going to pull it closer to the ground.
But anybody that's not an idiot, when you look at this, it'll be fine. It's still shooting up.
The show's in this city square, but Adam's firing blind, way over here on the other side of City Hall. The comets must go high enough to clear the building and for the crowd to see them.
And we always have these thoughts in our heads when we show up to a show like this, and they're probably going to clear it fine, but if we didn't think about it at all, we'd be too cocky. This is Pat. Pat's worked for Fireworks FX for a number of years. He's the skinniest guy we got, so we can get him into really tight places.
Broke my tooth on Thursday.
Pat's gone and wired everything in with all our E-matches. Now what he's doing is setting up each individual shot for we have the perfect show.
There's a couple of shindigs going on that I'd much rather be at. If I'm able to get out of there, I'm going to get out of there.
I'm setting up two separate systems. That way, if I hit one panel, nothing happens, I'm jumping right to the second panel and hit that to go. Right now, we're standing here waiting for the cue call. They're 20 minutes running behind already.
100 years later, the Titanic continues to captivate the world like no other.
Right on.
Why don't you tell me about the Titanic? knows how much longer that we're going to be behind.
A story of wealth and powerful people, of arrogance and incompetence,
Like waiting for a bomb to go off while you're sitting beside it.
competition, cowardice, and courage.
Frustrating as hell.
Stand by for flare.
Flare, here we go.
It doesn't matter how much you plan. When you push that button, anything can happen.
Flare, flare, flare. Flare, flare, flare.
We had good success on that. Got the edge off. Right now I'm sending a text out to find out where George is. Been waiting for a couple hours now to see him, but he hasn't shown up. God knows if he will. Knows if he'll even answer this text. Yeehaw! Number 2's out of the way. Hey, romantic, right?
Adam? If I had to put my money on it, I'd say he probably f***ed up somehow.
George never made it. Well, he was wearing a white dress shirt and a f***ing blazer. Been a long night. Can't wait for this last button push. 100% success. I'm high on getting an awesome show off. F***ing right, man. Perfect. See the smile? We're happy. Still no George and I'm getting ready to leave. Guess who's getting the taxi home? Pack up. Get the f*** out.